Welcome to the weekly weather briefing from the National Weather Service in Spokane. The inland northwest will remain in an active pattern. While the next week will not be a total washout, there will be several opportunities for precipitation. Some showers and thunderstorms are expected through Wednesday, some of which may be slow-moving and contain heavy rain. This could cause isolated flooding. A lull in the precipitation threat comes Thursday, but additional shower chances return towards the end of the week. It'll be occasionally breezy, and on average, temperatures will be cooler than normal. For this afternoon and tonight, a trough lingers across northeast Washington and north Idaho. This will provide scattered to numerous showers. The most numerous are expected across far northeast Washington and north Idaho, where another half-inch of rain is possible, the area shaded in blue. Elsewhere, expect lighter rain amounts, generally under a tenth of an inch. On average, shower coverage will be highest before 11 p.m., but locally numerous showers may linger through the night across far northeast Washington and north Idaho. In addition to showers, the region will see some breezy conditions. Here is an image of the possible peak wind gusts for this afternoon and evening before speeds decrease. There could be the occasional gust up to 25 miles per hour in the unsheltered areas. For Tuesday and Wednesday, the main trough sags southeast, allowing some milder air to come in. Yet the atmosphere remains moist. PWATs around 150 to 200% of normal. This will result in moderate instability each afternoon, especially across the east. There is no strong system to utilize that instability. The end result? Scattered to isolated showers and thunderstorms. These will be most likely in the afternoon hours and should be somewhat hit and miss in nature, though some isolated residual showers may linger during the night and morning hours. The activity is expected to be more likely in and around the mountains, but a few may be found around the eastern Columbia Basin. The sticky point is, if a storm happens over your location, it could result in some lightning, small hail, and heavy rainfall amounts. Any storms that develop are expected to be slow-moving. So if a storm sits over one spot, it could drop a quick inch or two of rain and result in some flash flooding, while a location just a couple miles away could see nothing. Given the small-scale nature of these features, confidence in flash flooding is low. However, the higher risk will be on Tuesday, and in and around the northern Washington and Idaho Panhandle Mountains. Stay tuned for any watches or warnings over the next couple days. For the latter half of the week into next weekend, the trough reloads from the northwest. It is led in by a cold front between Wednesday night and Thursday. Initially, drier air entrained into the system will hold the main shower risk to the mountains, but look for breezy conditions across the Columbia Basin. The image here shows the main shower threat in gray. The wind gusts are indicated by the numbers and by the green and yellow shading. Speeds are expected to increase Wednesday evening, with conditions remaining breezy through Thursday night. At this time, these values aren't terribly strong, but it may be a nuisance to some. The upper low settles into the region through the end of the week, renewing the shower threat throughout the region. However, models paint the best risk around the northern and eastern mountains, blue shaded areas, while activity elsewhere is expected to be more isolated to scattered in nature. Temperatures will also drop back below normal. These graphs summarize the weather across the inland northwest. Temperatures remain near or slightly below normal much of the week. The main exception is Wednesday, which is expected to be the mildest day of the week. As for precipitation, eastern areas will see a moderate risk through Wednesday, a lull Thursday before chances increase again. Areas towards the lee of the Cascades and deeper Columbia Basin will see a smaller precipitation threat. The Climate Prediction Center's 8 to 14 day forecast, going into early June, is calling for increased odds of above average temperatures, with equal chances for above, below, or normal precipitation for the inland northwest. Though toward the west side of Washington they are calling for drier than normal conditions and wetter than normal conditions toward the Great Basin. That is the weekly weather briefing for this week. Please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, in addition to our website, weather.gov/Spokane, for the latest weather information.